If you're a big swim team and you like to order a lot of gear, maybe you ought to check out Swim Outlet Team Division for these reasons. Swim teams receive a 10% discount on bulk orders. Swim teams or organizations get an 8% commission on referred sales. You'll also like their customization services, which is affordable and available at all times during the year for all team gear. With over 50,000 items in stock, you can get most anything you want. Swim Outlet Team Division. You need to try it out. You'll be glad you did.
This is the Morning Swim Show for Thursday, December 6, 2012. I'm your host, Tiffany Elias. Our guest in the Finis Monitor is Laura Sogar. She has just had a very impressive national meet held at her own pool at the University of Texas. This meet was a good preparation for the Short Course World Championship meet that will be starting next week in Turkey. Laura is joining us from Austin. Laura, welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you. It's great to be here.
Congratulations on a great nationals meet. Were you happy with your performance?
Yeah, I was really happy with it. It's always nice to go best times, so it was really fun.
Well, I want to talk about those times in comparison to where you were in just a bit, but let's first talk about the meet being held at your home pool in Austin. Do you feel like there was more or less pressure with it being held there?
I wouldn't say it was more pressure, but there was definitely more like excitement in the air, I would say. A really big crowd came, surprisingly. I mean, swim meets are usually not super well attended, but this one, I think it was sold out on the second night. A lot of people came to come see Olympians, and obviously Ryan Lochte, Missy Franklin, all the stars were there. So there's a lot of Texas students and fans in the stands, and they still were supporting Texas. So it was really nice when I was swimming or when our relays were going to have the support from the crowd, and it really helped me get fired up and excited to race fast.
Yeah, the crowd really can help, especially in those meets. Do you think that if the meet was held somewhere else and maybe the atmosphere wasn't as exciting, you would have had the same results?
Well, it's really hard to say, I guess, but I would hope so.
Okay.
But maybe I wouldn't have been so happy.
Yeah, would have been a little bit more difficult.
It would have been a little different.
Well, let's talk about your times, because they're considerably faster than where you were in March, which was not that long ago. First time under 59 in the 100 breaststroke, which is a huge barrier to break. And then your 200 breaststroke as well, 205. What were your goals going into the meet?
Going into the meet, I didn't want to set any limits on myself, or I knew what my best times were going in, and I didn't want to have those embedded in my mind. Just, I didn't want to have those times being like the standard for myself. Mm-hmm. And Carol and I had kind of talked to do what my body could do and not necessarily what I'd done before. And I think I did a pretty good job of just going out and racing as hard as I could and dropping significant amounts and putting myself in a new level.
Well, you really did drop significant amounts, especially in your 200 breaststroke. So you were 209 at NCAA's in March, 205. Now, to put that into perspective, Caitlin Leverins won NCAA's last year at a 204. So you're right there in the competition now for not only being a finalist again, which you were last year, but really being competitive for that title. What's been the big difference in what you've been doing over the last couple months to get you there?
It's kind of hard to say. Definitely Carol coming to Texas and swimming with her has really made a huge difference on my training. We've been doing a lot of different things. I feel like I'm in the best shape I've ever been in my life. So I'm confident in my swimming again. And I think I'm much stronger than I was before, so I'm able to go faster.
To be in the best shape of your life your senior year is really a big feat. I don't think all athletes are able to experience that as they get older, but what specifically does Carol work on with you guys that you think has allowed you to get into the best shape of your life? Or has it been a combination of what you're doing on your own?
I think I'm definitely trying to do the right things outside of the pool. I've been working extensively with a nutritionist to make sure I'm eating the right things and fueling my body properly, but also just the general training that the whole team has been going through. It's been really hard, like really hard, but a lot of endurance-based stuff, especially in the fall, getting that base in and really knowing that when the time comes, you're not going to like fall apart. Mm-hmm. We'll be able to finish our race as well, especially once we have our full rest under our belt. We've been doing a lot of running too, and that's something I did some in high school, but had never really had as a larger part of my training, and I've responded pretty well to it, so I'm excited to continue having that be part of it. And then lifting, obviously we've lifted really, really heavy most of the fall, so it's helping build a lot of muscle. I feel very strong from it.
So is your training more so focused on your 200 breaststroke?
I would say so far yes, but I know that I think I'm going to be doing some more sprint work as NCs comes around, since my 100 is getting better as well, and hopefully I can do fairly well in that as well.
Well, that's
but
what
I say the 200 is my baby.
Right. Well, that's what I was going to ask, because with the 200 being your baby, and as of right now where we're at in the season, your training's probably higher endurance, so it's catering to your 200 a little bit more. So were you shocked that you were able to break the 59 barrier in 100 breaststroke, since your focus has been 200 oriented?
Yeah, I was actually really, really, really surprised with my time on Friday night in the 100. I did not expect that I was going to go at best time in the 100, just because of the work we've been doing and the place that I'm at in my training. So, and I was fine with that. I was like, okay, like it'll be more of an endurance, like longer swim meet. So, and then to go best time still, I was really excited and happy.
So, moving forward, you're prepping for short course worlds that are coming up here in Turkey. Now, this is going to be probably your largest or your biggest international meet. Are you nervous? Are you excited about it? What are your feelings going into this big meet?
I'm super excited. I think it's going to be really fun. I've heard so many wonderful things about these national team trips, and I've been on a few junior national team trips to like the Junior Pan Pacific Games and Junior Worlds, and those were an absolute blast, and you make such good friends on them, so I'm really excited for that aspect. And then to be able to race at the senior international level and represent my country is just a huge honor, so I'm really nervous actually, but I think it's gonna be really fun. My old club coach is going too. Chuck Batchelor is the head women's coach for the team, so it'll be nice to have a familiar face helping me along.
That's really exciting. That's a great connection for you, because now you swam for him for a couple years, and high yardage is what he's predominantly known for. Yeah. Do you think that you'll fall back into some old training habits when you're with him as the head coach in Turkey?
Probably. I mean, I don't swim until the last day of competition, since the 200 breast is, I think it's on the 16th. So I won't really get a chance to do any of the normal training that I used to do with him, which makes me feel a little better, I guess. That was kind of scary.
Yeah, let's leave those high yards behind in high school.
That was a long time ago. It was pretty intense. But I'm excited to definitely do stroke work with him, and just the normal like taper workouts, and just even being around him is always so fun.
Do you think that high yardage and base you developed going into Texas has really helped you throughout your last couple years?
Absolutely. I would definitely say so. The sets that we did on Bluefish, they gave me a mental toughness that I have heavily relied on over the years, and I'm not scared of any of the sets almost any of the sets that we've encountered since I've been in college, ever since the stuff that we did then. So, and racing, I'm not really scared of that either. I've hurt pretty bad before, so.
Great. Well, we're looking forward to watching the short course worlds, and we'll definitely see you out at the NCAAs in March.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Thank you so much.
Thanks for joining us, Laura.
Thank you. Bye.
Laura Sogar and the Fenice Monitor. That will conclude today's morning swim show. Make sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter to keep up with all the latest news. I'm your host, Tiffany Elias. Thanks for watching.